Oh, hi. My name is Anushka. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you guys? Today I finished a book and let's talk about it. I guess this is the better end. Let's talk about the book which I finished today. The Physician's Daughter. Remember, I have been, recording clips while reading this book. So before I tell you my thoughts about this book, I should first read out the blurb, or I should tell you what this book is about, and then I will take you to past Anushka. Past Anushka, because she was reading that book, she was recording, and then she will tell you about her progress midway. After that, we will come back to present Anushka. So before that, first of all, I need to tell you about what this book is about. Okay. So this book is about a girl who basically her name is Vita, and her father is a doctor. So she also wants to become a doctor. Basically, in some way, her dreams are inspired by her father. And this story is set in 1865, means it is a historical fiction, and in that time we have a lot of misogyny going on, like people were like women are supposed to look after their husbands and to love them and not go outside and all these kind of things. Not like people used to think that women do not need to earn. Basically, if men are earning, then why do they need to? Okay, so obviously this triggered Vita all the time, and Dar, basically her father, we call her Dar. So Dar was that kind of person who was the most misogynist in this whole book, because he was constantly looking down on her daughter, and he was not acknowledging he was not acknowledging her efforts and also her dreams that she wants to become a doctor. Basically, we were talking about the misogyny of his father, because misogyny of her father, sorry. So her father was literally looking down on her daughter, not acknowledging her efforts, not acknowledging her dreams, and all these kind of things. So, and on the other hand, then we follow Jacob. Basically, Jacob, who is the main male character of this story, he has survived war, and he is literally suffering from the after effects of war, like trembling of hands, and there is a little bug under his eyes which constantly, what do you say? Like constantly up down, that kind of thing, just blow in blow out, like that bug. I don't know the perfect word, I don't remember the perfect word. Okay, but then basically the story progresses further, because when they meet, they make some arrangements, and because Vita is a girl who is so determined, and I love that thing about her, because she is so determined about her dream that she wants to become a doctor. She will do anything, like literally she will cross any barrier that comes between her and her dream. Okay, so obviously she makes some arrangements with Jacob, and together they the story progresses. I don't want to spoil you, but this so first of all, let's go to past Anushka. Okay, so I am 106 pages in the physician's daughter, and I'm liking it so far, and I have this feeling that this book is going to be 5 star. Now why? Listen, hear me out. This is the time where you have to bear with me. Okay, this is a historical fiction. Okay, so this story is set in 1865, obviously, and this book is about a girl named Rita, and she is a very ambitious girl. She wants to become a doctor, and her father is a doctor. So obviously, her dreams are somehow in some way, what way, inspired by her father, because her father is already a doctor. Also, she wants to pursue her dream like her father. She wants to become a female doctor, but this is really a very big deal in that time, because at that time there were very few, around 200, some like that, like very short number of female doctors were there. And we have Dar. Who is Dar? Dar is basically father of Vita, and Dar is, man, he is so misogynist. How do I even explain? Like, there are some times when I just want to, when I want to literally, I stop reading and just think about the misogyny of this man. Oh man, that man is completely, like, all the time just, looking down on his daughter and completely overlooking her talents and all these kind of things. I don't know why, but the best part, or I would say the upsetting part that stood out and really spoke to me the most, because was the part when Vita had to prove all the time that she is capable, she is deserving for all the things, if she like for all the things she could do if she were a boy. you know this book also tells us the misogyny of this world, that how, if we see a woman, like if we see a female, how men basically consider her to be dumb, like, according to them, women doesn't know how to drive, women doesn't know maths, women doesn't know this, that, and all these kind of things, and how in this society females have to continuously prove themselves that they are deserving, that they are capable, that they are also intelligent, all these kind of things. And this book is literally delivering that. Also, apart from this, the writing style, oh man, chef's kiss, I'm telling you. Martha Conway literally knows how to write a perfect historical fiction and not to get her readers bored. So basically, reading this book feels like I am in that time. I am just transported in that 1865. I feel like that. The writing style is so good. And look at this. Can you see floppy paperback? Man, you can never go wrong with a floppy paperback. Plus the softness of the paper of this book is so amazing. So overall, this book is going to be a 5 star. I know, because I had this feeling. I'm liking this story so like this story so well. Like, I don't know how to perfectly describe this book, but I'm genuinely telling you that it's been month. It's been months, okay, and I haven't read a single 5 star book, and this is going to be a 5 star. I'm having this feeling, okay. Also, I have never ever, and I had never ever in my whole entire life related to a character that much that I can see myself in her. You know what I mean? So obviously that's this is a personal thing. I would say that I'm liking Vita because I am seeing, like, I'm relating to her so much that I can see myself in her. So I think that's why maybe I'm liking this more. Also, history was my favorite subject in school, second favorite subject. So maybe, like, I don't know, all these things are contributing to make this book my favorite. Okay, so I think that I have this very strong feeling that this is going to be one of the best book of 2026. I am about to start part 3, which means I have finished part 1 and part 2 of The Physician's Daughter, which is fortunate and unfortunate. Why fortunate? Because obviously I want to know what happens next in the story, but unfortunate because I'm afraid I will finish this book soon, because I never want this book to end. I'm having the time of my life while reading The Physician's Daughter, and this book is taking me by surprise, and I'm loving this book so much that I have even written a letter, a letter at 5 a.m. in the morning. So I want to read it out loud to express my love, of course. I'm literally in love with Vita, Jacob, the writing style, the timeline, the plot, the story, the floppiness of the book, the softness of the page. Since I'm busy, I can't take out much time for visiting Vita and Jacob, so woke up at 5 a.m. just to spend some extra time with Vita. If other books can make me stay awake till midnight, this is the one and the only one who made me wake up at 5 a.m. I'm literally having the time of my life while reading this book. And honestly speaking, after so many months, this is the first book to make me say, I never want this book to end. Never. This book is perfect. Vita has become my best friend because for the first time in my life, I'm relating to a character this much that I can see myself in her. This is so true because I am literally seeing myself in Vita. I can see why she is making the decisions she is making. I can relate to her intrusive thoughts. I can relate to her overthinking. I can relate to everything she is doing in her life. I can even relate to her dreams because how do I even explain that? she is literally so me. For the first time in my life, I can literally see my whole entire personality in a character. And that's why I love Vita, and that's why I'm having the time of my life while reading this book, because I want to know what happens next with a character which is so similar to me. Also, I'm loving this book so much because Vita is such a sweet and such a smart, and how do I tell you that she is an amazing character. And also Jacob, who is who is having his character development in this book. But recently at the end, like, can you believe it, till chapter 11, which was the second last chapter of the part 2, I was having the time of my life. I was enjoying. I was literally just looking at Jacob and realizing that how much, like, how sweet he is, how progressive he is, and all these kind of things, how he's caring for Vita, how he is literally giving her nicknames and all these kind of things. But at the last chapter of part 2 of this book, I was like, no, 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 because oh man, Jacob did something really, really, really ridiculous, and now I want to see what Vita will do next. Will she, literally agree with Jacob, or will she, be, what do I say, be determined on her dream that she wants to become a doctor? Means she wants to become a doctor, and she will become a doctor, okay? And obviously, her father is still a misogynist. Her father is still looking down on her, still making fun of her, still making a show of her. I don't know why. Why he just can't look at her daughter and see her talent, see her smartness, see her love for books and all these kind of things. He really wants to become a doctor. I don't know why he's so strong-headed in that kind of thing, in that kind of misogyny. But I love Rita because she is literally doing amazing. Also, till now, I am literally having the time of my life while reading this book. I'm telling you that I I have a very strong feeling that this book is going to be a 5 star. I just want Vita, I just want to see Vita becoming a doctor. Okay, now you have seen the progress of me while reading this book. I need to tell you about my thoughts after reading this book. Now, remember remember I told you this book is going to be a 5 star. My gut feeling was correct, man. This book is 5 star. Or I can, like, not even 5 star. I would say this book has, like, this book is 6 out of 5 stars. Okay, I take my words back. I take my words back when I said this book is going to be a 5 star, because this book is 6 out of 5 stars. Can you believe it? Like, after so many months, after like a long time, I was feeling so excited about the story. I was literally, mentally I was there. Mentally I was in the lark's eye. I was with Vita, and I was with Jacob. I was with Dr. Boutwell. I did not mention Dr. Boutwell. Dr. Boutwell had a literally a very huge hand in Vita's progress of becoming, of pursuing her dream. So, I would say that in this book, like, this book has full of misogynistic men, but then we have Dr. Boutwell. Dr. Boutwell is so precious. He literally, he believed in her when nobody else could. Not even Jacob. Can you believe it? He's her husband, and yet he was like, why is there a need to go to the college? Why is there a need to become a doctor? Why can't you help in my business? And man, I don't know, I was speechless at that point. But I was so impressed that Dr. David Boutwell was helping her. He literally did what he could. He literally gave his best. He literally gave his best. Like, it was not even his own dream. It was hers. And you know I thought that Dr. Boutwell could be the main lead, but we have Jacob. But I don't hate Jacob, okay? I like Jacob, but it's just that I like Dr. Boutwell more, because he literally was there for her when nobody else was, okay? Also, we have another character. I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly. Stewart, okay, Stewart. We have basically his nickname is Suit, okay? He is a little boy. He reminded me of James from Shatter Me series. he was so amazing, like a little. He was always pretending to be a gentleman, but he did not even need to pretend because he was a gentleman. Okay, he was always, by her side. Also, about how do I tell you that this book has that amazing historical fiction vibes, that like trust me on this. This is historical fiction at its best. You would not even think that you are reading. You will be like, I am with Vita. Vita is my best friend. I'm with Jacob. I'm living in that story. I'm just living in that world with them. You will feel that way. You will feel that you are there. You will like, this is so magnificent, so amazing. The writing style is chef's kiss. I am telling you. I when last year I read a book, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and that was the first book in my whole entire life that made me say, "What a writing style!" And this is the second time, okay? Because The Physician's Daughter, like, this is literally like Martha Conway has raised my standards so high. She has set the bar so high in writing style. I don't know, like I don't know how other authors will meet that standards, and she has literally spoiled me. I will of course reread this book in future. I will also read more books from her because she literally knows how to write a book. She literally knows how to just engage you in a book, how to make you feel that you are there, like you are not even reading. Maybe you will feel at some point distant, but 99% of the time you will feel that you are there. Trust me. This is obviously a 5 out of 5 star book. I was, there were some points in this book when I was like, is this book going to be a 5 star? Are you sure? But because of the moments like Jacob did something ridiculous and then father was not believing her. But I thought that, no man, I am reading this book for Vita. Okay, I really love her. I love her personality. I genuinely, honestly speaking, saw myself in her. Honestly speaking, I don't know what else to say because Vita is such a sweet and such a complex character. Also, you will notice, okay, that Vita is constantly carrying this whole book on her back. So I'm not going to dock points for other characters that don't even matter. Like her, like, I'm sorry to say this, but his father was, no, not at all. Yeah, sorry, her father was, no. He was constantly focused on her getting married. I don't know why. He was constantly like, he was treating her like a burden. So that's the thing I did not like. But still, I would say this is a 5 out of 5 star. The writing style, the storyline, the plot, the everything, the ending, the starting, the mid, everything was so perfect. I the best part is that I did not feel like I could put this book down. But I was genuinely slowly reading this book, so slow. Like, I was reading this so slow that this book would not end. But unfortunately, I have to say goodbye to Vita. Now the time has come. But I hate to say this, but I have to say goodbye to Vita, to Stewart, to Dr. David Boutwell, to Jacob, to Gemma, to every sweet and every amazing character in this book. That's why That's why I was reading it slow. Now I don't like that. And I was waking up at 5 a.m. just to spend some extra time with Vita. Can you believe it? Because Vita has become my best friend. Like, after so like after all the things that was happening in my life, it was affecting my reading experience. Okay, it was making my reading experience worse. But this book took me by surprise, because this book just healed something in me, and this book just kept getting better and better and better, and I was like, what else could be better? This book is really amazing. I have even two favorite pages. Like, I have marked it with special annotating tabs. You can see, like, it is just for Dr. Boutwell supporting Vita. he was literally, wait, you can see, he even wrote a letter. I have annotated this. So I would say, go there for vibes, go there for writing style, go there for story, go there for everything. I would say this book is everything you will want. Okay, and this was my first historical fiction, and I am saying that if this is historical fiction, if historical fiction contains book like these, I am sold, man. I am sold, because I know that my next favorite genre is historical fiction. I know that there is also another author, Kristen Hanna. I will try her basically, like, to see that if I like historical fiction or if I just like this book. But just look at the tab. The tab speaks for themselves. You know how much I like this book. So I would say that you should read this book. You should definitely read this book. And I know I did not say what I wanted to say. Like, I said so many things right now, but I could not include all the things. You know, this happens with me that whenever I talk about my favorite books, I just forget something at that point, you know. And after finishing this video, I will remember that I should have said this, I should have said that, but I'm saying right now, all that is coming to my mind, that you should definitely read this book, The Physician's Daughter. It is roughly 400 pages long, I would say. Also, this book is worth your time. You all deserve the best, and this is better than the best. So I will see you in the next video with another book. Till then, tata bye bye, take care, happy reading.